supporting. Just as, if you remember, we were given about $10,000 last year to spend in a matter of 3 days. You remember that?
Yes.
And we got all of the robots that Ms. Siri now uses in the, on Thursday, the little bits. What else did we get out of that?
Little Bits, Dash and Dot. Those were the two main ones.
The little bit, the Dash and Dots. We got a whole slew of things though.
I think, did we get more of the Legos?
We got the Legos out of there.
Spark Plus, I think, was different. Spark Plus we got from Hannah.
Okay.
I think that may be all, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Okay, so the connecting piece as to why it's sitting there now is because in trying to develop the STEM process, you remember you all had, when I got here, you had already spent that summer, the STEM team, in developing the lessons for STEM. And so you had these lessons here. You also had the different programs going on. You had the recycling program, which is still here. We have the gardening program, and then we brought in we saw the aquaponics. Trying to bring all of those together in the lessons were difficult. However, what kind of fell in our lap was the Briar Lake Forest partnership, the gardening fell together, the recycling system fell together. Because the aquaponics system was kind of a specialized system, you had to be trained in it. That's where we lost the fly in the go ahead with the aquaponics system. The reason why we're not getting rid of it just yet is because it actually does fall in line with our biosciences. And just because we're not at that point yet to where we can utilize it, doesn't mean that it's not going to be a great resource to us. So we hadn't noted that yet. So that's the reason why it's still there.
That sounded really good, is that what we say?
Well, it sounded good because it was true.
I know, but I mean, is that what we say, if they ask us about it?
Yeah, that's, yeah,
All right.
yeah, that's what we're going with.
Okay.
You didn't put it in the evidence? Okay, so, it's a good thing. It's not in our presentation of evidence, so it's nothing that they would have studied before coming here. However, just like Ms. Gail said, if they walk in that cafeteria and see that big unit over there, we need to know why it's there, and how we acquired it. All right, so the first is to what? Be here. The second is to
Be familiar with the presentation.
know the presentation of evidence, and what's the other piece of that?
Pick out 3 things.
Pick out 3 things you want to know through and through, and then what's the third?
3 questions from the,
I can't hear.
choose 3 questions.
Choose 3 questions from the green sheet, and number 4, just continue doing what you're doing. Just continue doing what you're doing, because it is evident that you all are very focused and intentful. You are reflective of what we're doing here. We see it every day. Different things pop up, and how it's evident that because you learned more about one aspect, that you've gone forward. Kindergarten is doing a lot about bringing the support in from partners and giving those students that experience. So that's just one example. Keep doing what you're doing. If you would, take out your laptops or iPads. Do you want to lead them through that? In the email? Now, on that Google Doc, they're doing that together, and the surveys are independent. All right, so you were emailed an email from Ms. Galloway in one email. It has Google Doc links on it. Okay, in one email, just look for the most recent from Ms. Galloway. You should have within that email a Google Doc that we would like for you to complete as a team. That'll help you. It should be very quick to do, because all we're asking for are the parent names that we talked about earlier and how they support it in your room.
As a team, so only one person.
Yeah,
The
we'll,
second one is as a team.
Huh.
The partnership is as a team, the Google form, the survey is independent.
so your survey is independent. Completing that Google Doc is a team. We only need 1 per grade level. so let's do the Google Doc first.
It's live, so you'll see each other type in, just try not to type over each other.
Try not to type over each other.
But it's a live document, so you don't have to worry about trying to download it, because once you open it, you can type into it. But I'm sure that will be the second thing. That's the one you do together, Google Docs, for the TL, yeah.
This one.
Yes, by yourself, yes.
Okay.
And I did add some of your field trips and partners, and the field trips that I saw are already. You guys are doing the second one, right? Yes, and then, one of you can type in, all of you don't have to, you just find your ready to type in.
Sometimes it's iPad. I can't seem to. I can't really get the one.
So you can't open it because so I guess you can't edit it. Because I don't have sheets. Without sheets.
Okay?
Did y'all go to the hike?
Oh, yeah, we did.
That's your field trips. Do you have any prior like partnerships that you know of?
And then we down to the silver.
So you might have to do this on a laptop versus on here because I need to add Google Sheets.
Oh, okay.
But you could do this one.
Yeah, this is.
You guys don't use Siri.
They don't have sheets on there.
Put sheets on there.
Yeah. We don't have sheets. You could do the survey though.
No idea. I tell you about you.
Oh, you got an email from Ms. Gallo today?
So you already have, Siri.
I don't have sheets on either.
How did you add our son?
She added you.
Oh, she did, okay. You done with
Yeah, so she did it. You could do it on the computer. If you go to the link from the computer, you just, because this doesn't have Google Sheets, you can't edit it.
Okay, so, she's gonna resend the Google Doc because your iPads don't have the capabilities to complete it.
Or when you get into your classrooms, like tomorrow, you can open it from there, because you don't have Sheets, the app, on your iPad, to where it can transfer and you can edit into it. So just bypass that part.
All right, so come out of that and let's go to the survey. We all good on the survey link?
Yeah, the survey will work.
Hands up if you're not good on the survey link. All right, so once you get into the survey link, you're gonna have about 4 different categories. It's geared towards integration of STEM, interdisciplinary planning. For each of those, except for one, we're gonna ask you to fill in, when you get to the math portion, it's gonna ask you to type in the standards that you want more support with. That's the reason why we asked you to bring your standards with you, so that you can thumb through and say, I taught this, but for some reason, the children don't gravitate to it, or they don't get the information, or I don't have a clear understanding of it, or I want more support in it, or I need more support with teaching it conceptually, whatever that is, we wanna know those exact standards, because the plan is to provide support to you regarding those specific standards. There's no need in going over a standard that you're perfectly comfortable with. We wanna know what those standards are. That's that situation. But the others, you're supposed to identify however many you want or need. So, for the first one, the title of it is Growth in STEM Implementation and Integration. So, we are where we are, all right? We wanna know how we can support in growing and moving forward. So, regarding management, do I want more information on establishing classroom and routines as we move into this new space of collaboration and students communicating together and collaboratively thinking, all these new aspects, things have to shift and change. You have to restructure how you approach it. So establishing classroom rituals and routines, management with behavior, time management of it all, center management, that could be making things practical. Instead of trying to change everything and every component of a center, how can I make it more useful and practical for me as a teacher? And the grading of it and monitoring the work of it, the progress, that's what that is. Assessments, using assessments as a foundation for instruction, the whole backwards design. Implementing or using effective rubrics, a rigorous checklist. There's a difference between a simple checklist and a rigorous checklist. Assessment strategies, using data effectively, using map reports, RTI, or you can put other, and does it allow you to type in?
Yeah, this is fine. So yes, their version has an area for this.
Okay, so if you click other, it opens up. All right, so if you want to add anything there, you can click on it and open it up. And the process continues. If you have any questions about any of these as you go through, just lift your hand up and we'll run over to you. When you all finish with this, I want to speak with those teachers that we called out your names at the beginning of the meeting.
Yeah, I did my, the independent one, yes. Survey.
Yes. Let me make sure I added the apps. That's what do we, should you tell me who they go to? I know you guys are. There's 5 of them. I told her you wanted smart cards.
I can imagine everyone goes really slow. What's your name? They got no fun.
It's